Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is another video here on the NHL 20 beta. Today I'm going to be talking about my final thoughts of the entire beta, as today is the last day. By the time you guys see this, it'll be long over. It should be uploaded on Thursday. But I'm going to be talking about my entire kind of fun. I didn't play it as much as some other people did. I did have a pretty good amount of experience. And one of my favorite things about this entire game, and some of the stuff that I didn't like, I will be talking about today in today's video. We're going to talk about the first thing, and that is the customization of this game. I think it's really taken a big step up from the last couple of years of customization, where it's been kind of bleak and stuff like that. They really took it up to next level with this ones in this kind of like Pro MI or whatever the hell it's called. It's just really fucking cool, and I think it's the coolest thing. As you guys can see, I have a Boston Bruins jersey on right now. I'm not the favorite of the Boston Bruins, but I threw it on because of the fact that I got it. There's so much cool things that you guys can see. There's jerseys, hoodies, parkas, everything up the yin yang you can get. Now, the coolest thing I think that you can get is these signed jerseys. And that is just absolutely amazing. You can get Wayne Gretzky and Trevor Linden and, or no, fuck, I can't remember his name now. Ray Fiaro and Ron Hextall and Niedermeyer and Stastny and Forsberg. You can get so many cool players. I think that's like probably some of the cool stuff that you can really get out of this beta. Otherwise, it's overall a really good beta. I enjoyed it. Now, as you guys can see, I'm only level 6 compared to some people where they're like level 16, which I think is the max overall, like max level. I'm not too sure. I haven't really played the game very much. Now, if I were to be able to live stream, I would sure be able to play this game much more than I would like to. Now, my favorite game mode, I gotta say, out in the entire beta was the Ones Eliminator. It brought so much intensity. It was such a quick-paced game. If you want to just go and jump in and play a couple games of EA, it's a perfect game mode. It's like you're playing Fortnite or Apex, but in hockey. And that's a really big thing that I enjoy, is that I'm able to jump in a game and fuck around and smash people onto the boards and not being worried about taking a tripping penalty or anything like that, which has been my main kind of complaint on Twitter, is that I've been seeing such bullshit calls that I've been really getting pissed off about it, is that I'll be tripping or I'll be poke checking to go for the puck, but yet I'll totally miss the player, and yet the player will fall down. I think I took in like over 15 penalties in one game just by tripping calls. I never took a single interference call, no hooking, nothing at all but old tripping, which kind of pisses me off because I don't like taking those types of penalties. Like, I'd rather not, but it seems like every time I go for a poke check, they fall down. It sucks that it's been like that since last year. Now, this is like a 8-year or a 8-week-old build. So I'm hoping they do fix it. Also, the goaltenders are really weak. I've noticed that a lot too, where you can score a lot of goals really easily on the goaltenders. So hopefully they fix that a little bit. But it's really hard to find like a tweak for a goaltender in a video game. But overall, it's been a pretty good beta. The Ones Eliminator and the 3v3 has been really fun. The Ones Eliminator, I gotta say, is probably one of the hardest modes to win any games. I've only won one game. And for that 3v3, I won in the first game that I played, I won the championship. So it's not going too bad. The shooting mechanics in the game, I gotta say, I'm really enjoying myself, and it's just awesome and dope. I also seen the Storm Surge. I won a game with Carolina, as you guys can see right now. I think it was the bowling one. I'm not too sure, but it was an absolute blast seeing that. And being able to see the Storm Surge in a video game in a year, just like right when it was doing it last year. Usually EA takes a long time to get stuff like that out, and it was really cool to see something like that in a video game, and a bunch of jerks. Especially, I think it's even in the customization. I don't know if they're going to add it or not. It'd be something cool if you're really into customizing teams and stuff like that, if you can add the Storm Surge, which I think would be also really cool if you want to make like a team that's like a fucking nobody team, expansion team. You want to build them as like a young team that does that type of stuff every game they win. I think that would be something to be cool in a franchise mode or something like that. But overall, the menus, I've seen the edit lines menus, which have been also really cool. I'll show you guys that right now as well. that's been a thing that I've been wanting. It's been changing over the past couple years, but with the whole new Frostbite engine, it has really changed. It looks brand spanking new. It looks way better than it has in the past couple years. And I think that's going to be one of my favorite things is the edit lines menu and stuff like that. And overall, the menus have looked way better than it has in the past couple of years, which is really nice to see. And I'm really excited to see what franchise mode will bring with coaches and stuff like that, which I've been getting more into with MLB The Show and also NBA 2K19. I've been really getting into the coaches and stuff like that and firing them and paying more attention to them, which I do need to do. It's a thing that I'm more focused on the players and stuff like that and me being a GM. But I think like if we can get coaches in that, it'll bring more of a realistic touch to the franchise mode series, and I'm really excited for that. But overall, the beta, it's been an absolute blast, and it sucks that we have to see it go. I wish that like one thing of the beta is that we can get like a taste of franchise mode where we could play like 4 or 3 years in the mode and just give it a try and have some fun with it. But you know, they gave us the gameplay, and that's what you mainly ask for some players is the gameplay of it. And I know you guys probably are sick and tired of the beta already. Most of us are just waiting for it to be released on September 13th. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I don't know if I want to spend $100 on it or if I want to spend $80. I'm not too sure on what I want to do. It's kind of a tough decision for me right now on what I really actually want to do. I might get EA Access so I could save a bit of money on it, but I'm going to do some research on EA Access and see how big of a deal I can get on it, but I'm not too sure. We'll see how that all goes. And otherwise, what else is there? The shooting mechanics, which we already talked, which are really cool. The replays. The replays have been a thing that's been, like, I gotta say, the biggest and shittiest part of EA for the longest time was the replays. It's just, they were so weird, they were so wonky, you couldn't see what was going on half of the time. When there was a good goal, it would be the shittiest replay. Now you can see this slow motion replay whenever you score a goal. It brings more excitement to when you're watching a game, and it brings that part that we weren't able to see. We were so pissed off every time we were see that animation. Every time I were to watch a YouTuber, they would complain about it. Even I would be like maybe watching a game and I would be having fun, and then you would see a shitty replay and it kind of just takes you out of the entire game. Now I've been hearing a lot of people were complaining about the commentary and stuff like that. It's a breath of fresh air from Doc Emmerich and or Doc Emmerich, Mike. I don't know. Fuck yeah, Doc and Eddie. It's a breath. Oh my God, breath of fresh air from those guys. And no offense to them, they just weren't that into NHL. They were so fucking boring. They only had a couple pickup lines, and that was it. James Sobalski and Ray Fiaro, they recorded a lot of hours of gameplay, and James Sobalski kind of brings in that more of a uplifting, fucking more action-paced type of guy. Now, I'm never going to really play gameplay very much. I remember way back when it was like Eddie Olczyk and some other, no, not Eddie Olczyk, what the fuck am I talking about? The guys way back in 09, those guys are going to be in my memory, in NHL 04 as well. Those guys, Gary Thorne, those guys are going to be in my memory for the rest of my life because you remember the things when you were younger. But I don't play very much gameplay anymore. It's more of franchise mode, be a pro, and stuff like that. Even when I do play, be a pro, I don't play with commentary because I'm mostly doing the videos anyways. But it's a nice breath of fresh air if you guys like to play the game and like to hear the commentary and stuff like that. For me, I really don't give a shit about it, so I could leave it without it. Otherwise, what else is there? The menus at the bottom of the screen when you're playing versus and stuff like that. That is also really good. I've seen a lot of people complain about the bottom, the menus at the bottom. I don't mind them. I think they're pretty cool in the way that when you score a goal, it pops up the face. When I seen that in the last video, so that I thought that was really cool. But overall, it has really turned into more of a multiplayer game. I'm really excited to see what they've done with franchise mode and stuff like that. I'm hoping that NHL 20 can be like the brand new just addition of the series, because we've been seeing for the past couple years where it's just been really shitty games. We have not seen the best out of EA, and it's EA, of course. EA is a pretty shit company. I fucking hate them. But they've done a really good job with this game. I'm really happy with what they've done. I'm really positive about the game. I'm hoping that it can be better than NHL 19 and stuff like that. But I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.